In the high-stakes world of professional basketball, where every move is scrutinized and every decision can make headlines, coming out takes more than just courage. It takes legendary status. These 5 remarkable athletes didn't just break records on the court. They shattered stereotypes and paved the way for future generations. From the hardwood floors of the NCAA to the bright lights of the WNBA, their stories aren't just about sports. They're about authenticity, resilience, and the power of living your truth. Let's Rainbow Spotlight dive into the lives of these game changers who proved that love is love, both on and off the court. Under the bright lights of the WNBA basketball courts, Layshia Clarendon isn't just an athlete. They are a symbol of courage, a beacon for those seeking their true selves. With their signature fade haircut and radiant smile, Layshia has crafted a story that transcends the boundaries of the game. Growing up in San Bernardino, California, basketball was more than a sport for Layshia. It was the first language of freedom they discovered. On public courts, amidst the sound of bouncing balls and cheering crowds, a star began to take shape. But deep inside, an unseen battle raged, a struggle with their own identity and gender. I spent years trying to fit into boxes that weren't made for me, Layshia shared during a deeply emotional moment. Their time at the University of California, Berkeley, not only showcased the rise of an exceptional athlete, but also marked a courageous journey of self-discovery. A defining moment came in 2020 when Layshia publicly came out as non-binary and transgender, a declaration that sent shockwaves through the world of professional sports. "I'm not a woman. I'm not a man. I'm just me," they said. Words that resounded as a manifesto of freedom and authenticity. On the court, Layshia embodies excellence. Their precise passes, game-winning shots, and extraordinary leadership have solidified their place in professional basketball. Yet, what truly sets Layshia apart is how they transform each game into a statement of existence and acceptance. Layshia's story of family is also a beautiful love song about boundless affection. Together with their wife, Jessica, they have shattered stereotypes about family within the sports world. By openly sharing their journey as a non-binary parent, Layshia has sparked new conversations about diversity and love. Their Brooklyn home has become a special haven, a space where stories are shared, dreams are nurtured, and LGBTQ+ youth find the strength to live authentically. Every month, laughter and heartfelt conversations fill the air during the community gatherings Layshia organizes. "Every time I step onto the court," Layshia often says, voice brimming with emotion, "I'm not just playing basketball, I'm creating space for others to fully be themselves." This philosophy has become a guiding light for countless young people searching for their own voices. In a constantly evolving world of sports, Layshia Clarendon has painted a new picture of what's possible when individuals are free to be themselves. They are not just an athlete, they are a revolutionary, a storyteller, and above all, a symbol of hope for anyone seeking the courage to live authentically. Standing at 6 feet 9 inches, Brittney Griner's presence on the court is undeniable, but it's her resilience and authenticity that truly define her. Since coming out in 2013, Griner, affectionately known as BG, has evolved from a basketball prodigy into an enduring symbol of perseverance, breaking barriers and inspiring countless others along the way. Her journey began in Houston, Texas, at Nimitz High School, where her talent was impossible to ignore. From there, she soared to national prominence at Baylor University, dominating the court while navigating the challenges of a conservative environment. Behind the headlines of record-breaking dunks and defensive prowess, Griner quietly struggled with her identity. Coming out as gay was a bold move, especially in the often conservative sports world, but it was a risk that paid off. Her bravery paved the way for others, making her the first openly gay athlete to sign with Nike, a monumental moment in both sports and LGBTQ+ representation. Griner's influence on basketball is monumental. Her game-changing ability to dunk redefined what's possible in women's sports, while her leadership on Team USA brought Olympic gold and cemented her legacy as one of the best to ever play. Yet, it's her off-court story that truly captures the world's attention. In 2022, Griner became the center of an international crisis after being detained in Russia. Her harrowing experience not only highlighted the vulnerability of LGBTQ+ individuals on the global stage, but also sparked conversations about resilience and human rights. Her eventual release was a triumph, cementing her role as a global advocate for equality and justice. In Phoenix, Griner continues to give back to her community. Through the BG Heart and Soul shoe drive, she provides footwear to homeless youth, with a focus on supporting LGBTQ+ teens who are disproportionately affected by homelessness. Her work extends beyond philanthropy. Her memoir, In My Skin, is a candid exploration of sexuality, gender, and the pressures of professional athletics. It's now regarded as a must-read in sports psychology, offering a raw and unfiltered perspective on overcoming adversity. Brittney Griner isn't just a basketball icon. She's a trailblazer, a survivor, and a symbol of hope for those striving to live authentically. Through every dunk, every triumph, and every challenge, she has shown the world the power of rising above adversity. Like a phoenix, stronger and brighter than ever. Elena Delle Donne exemplifies the harmony of athletic brilliance and authentic living. At 6 feet 5 inches, the forward has transformed the landscape of professional basketball, pairing her undeniable skill with a quiet yet powerful grace that resonates both on and off the court. Her coming-out story wasn't a headline-grabbing revelation, but a natural moment of truth. By introducing her fiancé Amanda in a Vogue feature, Delle Donne redefined the narrative of LGBTQ+ athletes, showing that authenticity doesn't require spectacle. It simply requires living openly. In doing so, she carved a path for others to follow, proving that love and identity are integral to, not separate from, an athlete's story. Delle Donne's career is filled with accolades that attest to her greatness: 2 WNBA MVP awards, an Olympic gold medal, and a historic 50-40-90 shooting season. Yet her legacy extends far beyond the stat sheets. She has openly shared her battle with Lyme disease, bringing visibility to athletes living with chronic illnesses and proving that strength comes in many forms. Through the Elena Delle Donne Foundation, she tackles issues at the intersection of disability rights and LGBTQ+ inclusion in sports. Inspired by her sister Lizzie, who is blind and deaf, Delle Donne advocates fiercely for accessibility and equity, ensuring that sports and community spaces are welcoming for all. Her work with young athletes is equally transformative. At her Skills Academy, designed to foster both talent and self-confidence, LGBTQ+ youth are explicitly welcomed into a safe and empowering environment. Success isn't just about what you achieve, she tells her students. It's about who you empower along the way. Elena Delle Donne's influence is as multifaceted as it is profound. On the court, her fluid jump shots and tactical brilliance captivate fans and opponents alike. Off the court, her advocacy and openness inspire people to embrace their true selves and fight for inclusion. In a world where athletes are often defined solely by their achievements, Delle Donne stands apart as a beacon of authenticity and empathy. She proves that greatness isn't just about winning, it's about making others feel they belong. Seimone Augustus's basketball career is the stuff of fairy tales, but her legacy transcends the court. Known for her silky smooth jump shot and her unmatched ability to take over a game, Augustus became a cornerstone of the WNBA's golden era. Yet, her most significant contribution isn't measured by championships or medals. It's the transformative impact she's had on the visibility and acceptance of LGBTQ+ athletes in professional sports. In 2012, Augustus took a stand that rippled far beyond basketball. Amidst a national debate over marriage equality, she publicly announced her plans to marry her longtime partner, Layshia Clarendon. This wasn't just a personal declaration, it was a political act. At a time when many athletes hesitated to discuss their private lives, Augustus spoke openly, unapologetically living her truth. Her courage not only empowered countless LGBTQ+ athletes to embrace their identities, but also helped shatter the silence surrounding queer representation in women's sports. On the court, Augustus's accolades are legendary. Over a 15-year WNBA career, she claimed 4 championships with the Minnesota Lynx, 3 Olympic gold medals with Team USA, and 8 All-Star selections. She was a natural leader, revered for her calm demeanor and clutch performances in high-stakes moments. Fans were captivated by her effortless style of play, while teammates drew inspiration from her unwavering focus and determination. But it wasn't just her athletic brilliance that defined her. It was the way she seamlessly blended her role as a sports icon with that of a social advocate. Throughout her career, Augustus made it a point to mentor young LGBTQ+ athletes, participate in pride events, and use her voice to champion inclusivity. She understood that representation matters and took every opportunity to create space for others to feel seen and valued. "I didn't set out to be a role model," she once said, "but if my journey can help someone else, that's what makes it all worth it." Now retired, Augustus's commitment to making a difference hasn't slowed. In her hometown of New Orleans, she's transformed her residence into a vibrant community center for LGBTQ+ youth interested in sports. It's a safe haven where young people can explore their passions without fear of judgment. Through her basketball camps, Augustus focuses on reaching underserved communities, offering scholarships specifically for LGBTQ+ youth who might otherwise lack access to elite training programs. Her goal isn't just to nurture talent, but to instill confidence and a sense of belonging in every participant. Seimone Augustus has always been a revolutionary. On the court, she changed the game with her unparalleled skill and poise. Off the court, she's quietly led a movement, proving that authenticity and greatness are inseparable. When Kai Alum stepped onto the court for George Washington University in 2010, he wasn't just playing another game, he was rewriting the history books. Standing 5 feet 11 inches with an infectious smile that could light up any arena, and an unwavering determination that would change collegiate sports forever, Kai became the first openly transgender man to play NCAA Division I basketball. This wasn't just a personal victory, it was a revolutionary moment that would reshape the landscape of college athletics. Growing up in Minnesota, basketball was more than just a sport for Kai. It was his sanctuary, his passion, and ultimately, his platform for transformative change. His journey to self-discovery paralleled his evolution as an athlete, each dribble and defensive stance bringing him closer to his authentic self. "Basketball gave me the strength to be who I truly am," he shared in his powerful memoir, now a cornerstone text in sports psychology programs nationwide. The impact of Kai's coming out reverberated through collegiate sports like a game-winning buzzer beater. Despite facing intense media scrutiny, navigating uncharted territory, and dealing with countless challenges, he maintained an impressive 3.8 GPA while putting up solid numbers for the Colonials. His teammates' support became the stuff of legends, with the entire squad donning pride warm-up jerseys in solidarity, a gesture that spoke volumes about the power of acceptance in sports. But Kai's influence extends far beyond his playing days. He's become a sought-after speaker at universities across the country, sharing his story with a new generation of athletes struggling with their identity. His advocacy work has helped implement more inclusive policies in collegiate sports, and his consulting firm now works with athletic departments nationwide to create safer spaces for LGBTQ+ athletes. The hardest part wasn't coming out, Kai often reflects during his motivational speeches. It was living in silence before that. His journey has inspired countless others to live authentically, proving that the most important victory isn't always on the scoreboard. His legacy continues to impact NCAA policies, with many institutions now developing comprehensive guidelines for transgender athletes. In his post-playing career, Kai has established himself as a powerful voice in the intersection of sports and LGBTQ+ rights. His documentary series about transgender athletes in collegiate sports has won critical acclaim, and opened crucial conversations in locker rooms across America. Through his foundation, he provides scholarships to LGBTQ+ student athletes, ensuring that future generations have the support he once yearned for. Today, Kai's Brooklyn apartment walls are adorned with letters from young athletes who found courage in his story. Each letter, he says, reminds me that visibility matters. One person's truth can give permission to countless others to live theirs. His journey from a questioning athlete in Minnesota to a groundbreaking figure in collegiate sports proves that sometimes the most powerful plays happen off the court. These 5 athletes have done more than excel at basketball. They've helped create a more inclusive sports culture where future generations can thrive as their authentic selves. Their combined impact has led to policy changes, increased visibility, and greater acceptance throughout the basketball world. As the sport continues to evolve, their legacies serve as reminders that the most important victories often happen off the court, in the countless lives touched and changed by their courage to be themselves, while competing at the highest levels of the game they love.